Hello, I'm Holly PA, a genetic counselor at NichePeg, and the project director for the program you are about to experience. This program provides an introduction to genetic counseling for psychiatric diseases, which are among the leading causes of disability around the world, and are coming increasingly to the attention of genetic counselors. Let's listen to Beth Rosenscheidle, a genetic counselor experienced in psychiatric disease, reflect on the increasing demand for psychiatric genetic counseling.
I have found in recent years that I get a lot more calls from individuals who are interested in genetic counseling around psychiatric genetic issues. And primarily I find that it's individuals who are either affected themselves, so they themselves have a diagnosis of depression or schizophrenia, obsessive compulsive disorder, and I also get a lot of calls from siblings and spouses or partners of individuals who've been diagnosed. I have gotten a number of calls as well from families who are thinking about adopting a child who may or may not have a family history of a psychiatric illness. And in those instances, counseling can be particularly difficult. So I found that over the years, the number of calls have really increased, the number of calls that I get from counselors as well.
Psychiatric diseases are interesting and challenging in their own right because they present an array of fascinating biological, clinical, and ethical questions. Psychiatric illness also serves as a vehicle for addressing the more encompassing questions that arise when considering the genetics of common, complex diseases, which are becoming a major focus of genetic medicine. It's a bit ironic that more information about the genetic basis of complex disease is likely to increase rather than reduce uncertainty. Francis Collins, director of the National Human Genome Research Institute, sees the management of uncertainty as a challenge for the future of genetic medicine, and one for which genetic counselors can very likely provide some solutions.
One of the big challenges that will face us when we identify these susceptibility alleles for common diseases is how to convey that information to clients in a fashion that allows them to make rational health behavior decisions. We haven't been particularly good at that in terms of the way in which medical services have been provided. When it gets to things like statistical risk, providers aren't very good at getting that across, and I think many clients aren't in a position to be able to internalize it in a fashion that reflects the uncertainty of the data, and there will be plenty of uncertainty here. And we need lots more work, and I think genetic counselors are in a great position to do this, to figure out how to convey that information in a fashion that really does allow the maximum utility of it to those who listen to it, instead of having misinterpretations occur that then lead to illogical decisions.
This program provides insights and strategies to help genetic counselors address these complex questions more effectively in psychiatric genetic counseling.